Well, the last time was 2016, and I went to Malawi, Africa. And before that, I had done a few short-term missions and then a Mexico trip too. Since I can remember when I was a teenager, really kind of being interested in missions. And for whatever reason, Africa is always something that was just on my heart. So I prayed about it, but God just didn't open that door until 2016. And I was able to go. There were 2 villages that we worked in, and it was day orphanages in each one. And there were qualifiers for the kids that were there. They did it full time, but there were probably about 100 kids or so enrolled in the program. And then we did probably like a 3-day camp for teenagers within that space. So it was about close to 3 weeks. I would say the biggest one was, you kind of have a preconceived notion when you go on a mission that you're going to, do something kind of that makes a difference. And the first couple of days I was there, it was kind of discouraging because there's so much, and I wasn't sure why God had me there. And so that was kind of one of the things that was hard. Language was a little bit difficulty, but there's a language of love. And so we spoke with our hands, we played games, we did sports, we did all kinds of things that really transcended a language barrier. And there was a lot of worship, and that was universal. I would say probably how joyful, how faithful the people were. Not only the kids, but the adults. I was really a little bit taken aback by the level of poverty, and that was hard to see. And I wasn't ready to come home. I was surprised at that because it was, there were challenges, but I felt like I was just getting into a groove. Beforehand, there was a lot of provision and prayer and planning that went into it, and he provided in all of those ways. While I was there, I felt like he really changed my heart, kind of, and I didn't expect that. I kind of expected more to what I was going to do, not necessarily what God was going to do. I remember it was a little bit of maybe culture shock or reverse culture shock, even though it was only 3 weeks, to see the people, to experience what we experienced. And there were a lot of things that were great. I mean, the whole trip was a positive experience. But when I came home, I remember I didn't want to watch TV. I didn't want to go into a store and shop. I just felt like my life was too spoiled, maybe is the right word. And so it was probably about 6 months that I kind of sat in that space. And then my prayer life also deepened immensely during that time. I felt like God did an amazing work in my heart and deepened my relationship with him, as well as made me more prayerful. And so it was good things happened. It was great. Yeah, it just gave me more of a desire to serve, I guess, at a greater level. And it, as I said, it kind of deepened my relationship with him, so made me be more in awe, I guess, of just his power, about the possibilities, about what he's doing around the world that I really, the average person has no idea. And so it just gave me a greater love, I guess, for the world. Oh, I think everyone should go on a mission trip. Particularly the youth today, I think, but everyone at any age. I think it's got a valuable, so much value to it that to not do it is almost like you're missing out. And so I would say that you should go to give you a greater opportunity to serve. It will deepen your relationship with God. He does a transforming work in your own heart. Even though you're going and doing something, you're getting something in return. And I feel like what I got was invaluable. And also, it's easy for us in our culture to kind of sit back and see what we think Africa would be like, for example. What you think it would be like. We see pictures, we do all those things, but until you're kind of boots on the ground and you really see it firsthand and you experience it, it gives us just a greater love for other cultures, other peoples, and a more sensitivity and compassion for what they suffer. And so I would say we all could use more of that. I'm excited that our church is involved in missions. I'm excited to be a part of it. I'm hoping to do some mission trips here. And I'm anxious to see what God's going to do in the future for this church, for me, for the world, really.